Hello, my peoples! Welcome to another episode of my immortal garden. Welcome to Loramayan. And here we have the continuing of the oasis. Again. Look there. It is quite apparent to any of you who are familiar with the lush caves of the 1.18 update that this idea does not stem from my brain cells, but I wanted to have one out here. So this is clay and with water on top. Let me just show you. Corals, sponges. I liked it like this to begin with already. The blue ice underneath. But I think it ought to be properly filled with liquid. This is what I've decided to make this look like. Multiple terraces climbing up. Some higher walls, but mostly just going from one level to the next, one block up each. Yeah, we needed some blue for sure. I've extended this little puddle and a lot of random stuff strewn throughout. Also, the tree has received a tiny bit of detailing as well. Some open surfaces where the bark has come off and some internal lighting as well. Very fun. The only other reason why I wanted to share this with you before continuing to go on my own is what I've said in the last episode about some of them buildings just they don't feel quite as fit anymore. Not achieving quite what they set out to do. They're a mess, really, and they block the space for other buildings. Not only for the buildings that might stand there instead, but also just blocking the view from the far and just ruining the atmosphere. So I'm changing this building. I'm not going to knock down the entire thing, but I don't really like a lot about it. The only thing, and the thing that is saving the building, and the reason for me not just blowing it up completely, is these pools, which I've only just now realized, after having done the pools over at the Oasis, that this was basically me trying to do just that, the exact same thing, but years ago. Different levels of pools flowing down and being separated into multiple levels, multiple terraces, surrounded by or bordered with white stone. To find out that, yeah, maybe that was my idea. To begin with. Hey, but really, what's the difference? Anyway, we'll see how this develops. Maybe I'll find some nice ideas yet to salvage this. Have a look around. This seems a lot cleaner now, doesn't it? What I wanted to achieve with this update was for the entire building and its outward experience specifically to be in accordance with what was inside. And the magical power, the strength that it held within it. Not just when I say inside, I don't just mean the interior, but also the placement of it and its appearance and such. Yeah, the core strength of it. And I think this is perfect now. Perhaps this emerald is a little out of place, or this one. Both look good on their own, I feel, but maybe both of them are too much. You know what? I don't need to be thinking about that right now. It's all I wanted with this transformation. And so we can go back to the oasis and do a little bit of stuff over there. Except I had an idea. Now, because of... It was time, I felt like. And again, I would have liked to do this, maybe, just on my own, very slowly, except that I'm feeling, and I think this is true, that the true best ideas are being generated only while I talk about it, which is counter to opinions I have held before, but it's what fills it with life, I think. So this is my cathedral now, or going to be, and I want to show you just because, take you on a journey and learn something together. So as you can see, the outlines is what I started with, and some of these lines may shift, but I'm quite happy with a lot of what we have already. So this is an entrance platform. I want this steep drop-off over here. This is the ground level then, and the hills will come up to it. The main entrance, a very pointy doorway, or gate rather. And then this middle schiff. And the main room. Maybe extended out to both sides, but this is going to be the back. I want to enter this pool, which I just noticed was here. And look, there's like 3 fingers of this river coming out. Awesome. So maybe 2 towers to both sides of the main hall and the dome. I think I will raise and widen, if it is going to be a dome, anyway. So I will keep you updated and take my time, because actually I'm still writing my exams at this period. I'm through half of them. Yeah, this is me recording this video early July, so I could never stop just coming back here and creating, and it's still going on. Way. And already now, it is time to talk to y'alls again about what I have already achieved, or how it's going to make a little church. So about the process of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. As you did see already, I've started to take upon myself the nice tips and hints from other builders that one should first organize the basic shape, the outlines, raise the walls, and then decide how the windows and everything will fit before detailing in the end. But in the way of how I have been doing it all this time before, I did notice some benefits, and so I'm trying to get these two styles of building together somehow. And let me tell you why I think there's some merit in doing it like that. Using with the very simple things that I knew that I wanted and how I wanted them to be anyway, using just the modes that I have available to me to make that look as nice as possible. Try to integrate it in the shape which already stood. And I mean this front almost, well, wasn't going to change anymore after this anyway. So I knew that I could safely just do my bitties without having the grand plan be altered by it. I mean, there's this bit sticking out in the middle, and so my interior will have to react to that as well. Perhaps like hiding it with some walls going down here. We'll see. Anyway, this is not the only thing that I did, and this was very simple, very easy, just some... because it pleases me to do these things, to gain some energy back from the build. So let me take you to the back of the building. And what you see before you is the middle dome, in a way. And this I completely finished now, this top of it. And here you can see even more why I'm doing it like this. And what a great opportunity to be showing that lesson with a thing as final and like on top and like teleological as the dome of a cathedral, which is, well, the thing where all the energy is concentrated towards, the final thing that makes it what it is. But here we built it first. So the teleological object is what influences the rest. The thing what we're aiming at, maybe in this case even be constructed first, and then see, so how do we get there now that we know where we go, where we want to go. So I had this vague idea for a dome shape that's not supposed to be too pointy, not too flat, not too round, not too normal, and this platform in the end came to me as the solution for that. Some arches on top, some pokey bits, spires, teeth, whatever these are, to give the general shape of it like that, roundish, but not from a normal kind of half sphere resulting. And then these roofs in 4 directions, and even the little knobby at the tip, which I did at the very end, and I liked it so much that I kept it, even if it's kind of cute. And why shouldn't it be? And then the colored windows, and you can fly in through these entrances if you like. So now that we have that shape of the dome as I wanted it to, we can see, well, again, how we get there and how this style that I've reached now and the colors and the ways of how the shapes come in and out of the main shape. These details, and they will come down being imitated and in different variants of it. And until then, I've pitched my tent. And yet, all the while, I really, really love my gorgeous dome back there and exactly how it came out. I've come to the conclusion, and I've had this feeling before, that perhaps back there to the backside of the cathedral and in between these two humongous towers, flanking it to both sides and squeezing it, almost, it may just be misplaced. And so the attention is split between these two elements, both trying to be the most obvious conclusion to the shape, the teleological object, as I've called it before. The male aspect, one might say. This whole cathedral and any building like that, obviously representing the masculine side. It's perfect. It's white. It's symmetrical. It's well designed. Everything exactly in place where it's supposed to be, and no surprises. And yet, in its entirety, I like that better. Fantastically female-oriented.